Get in here and how are y'all doing on today? To dropping back in, I wanted to let a few skits go by before I came in and gave my 2 cents on what was going on today. Hello, Suzette. Hello, Kanisha. Just gonna come in for a little bit, just talk about the skits that have already taken place. Let me push pause on my television now. I was watching The Shy too. The goal is one day maybe I'll be able to go over some of the other shows that I watch outside of the Country Wayne skits, but that ain't happening no time soon. So we just gonna keep moving. Okay, you guys, what have we seen this morning? Get on here and get on here. So I titled this, Hey Antoinette. So I titled this, Hey Jules, Coca's full, DNisha smiling, Anthony's LBO'ing. So basically, we seeing a reflection of what happened yesterday in the Dalton home. Um, yes, I do agree with that. She do like DNisha cooking. However, just like on yesterday with Dave and his family, Coca does not have the full picture. I don't think Coca understands that they are still married, that is still his marital home. The divorce is not complete, but she also doesn't know that Amber's doing her thing. Amber's actually living with somebody else, technically. Um, so I'm assuming Amber's gonna get there. I hope that Anthony tells her the truth, which he probably won't, like Amber did yesterday. Oh, let me get my disclaimer. Anthony had a baby by Shayla. So I think he's gonna leave that out the story. He's gonna let Coca find out accidentally. Amber's probably gonna come in and say something around the effect of, "Hey, I caught him in bed with her," and blah 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 blah. Amber will probably make it look like she's innocent until Anthony says, "I went to a party and she was with another man, the man that she's been cheating on for the last several months." So Coca, when she gets the additional information, I don't think she's going to like DNisha as much. Amen. I don't think Coca gonna be down though for 50%. I think Coca just go tell Amber like it is. Now, baby, do you really feel like you deserve 50%? Cause he wouldn't have married you. Coca finna tell it like it is. And Coca, instead of the lawyers, might be the one to negotiate. Amen. Let me see what Angela said. Coca done ate the voodoo food prepared by DNisha and this food having with two. Yes. And that's why I say to y'all, I think that, hey, AS, I think, Angela, that Anthony gonna end up putting her in the restaurant. Because remember DNisha was saying that she wanna help on the business endeavor that she's thinking about. I think the business endeavors is gonna be something with food. I think it's gonna be food related. What you guys think? To me, Anthony only saw her once with Dave at the party. It was, but she's been sleeping with him for several months. Are you saying that's like better, Antoinette? I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Are you saying that what he's doing with DNisha is worse? Because I'm going to tell y'all, all jokes aside, there is no better and worse with this situation. Now both of them are LBOing, lying by omission. So both of them LBO at this point. So there is no, hey Sabrina, there is no right or wrong. I don't think he could put her in that restaurant with Amber since she's poured out. Well, hell, she poured on her house too, Antoinette. So I don't know. He might try it. And what I'm thinking is, remember y'all, what did Amber lawyer tell her? She said, don't lose focus of the bag. Her lawyer told her that. Don't lose focus of the bag. I think Amber is neglecting the restaurant. Because we ain't really seen her at the restaurant. We ain't even seen Shauna at the restaurant. I think Shauna done took her a vacation and still getting paid. Amen. We ain't really seen her at the restaurant. If Anthony were to sneak DNisha in that restaurant and she started cooking, she build a rapport. Because I guarantee you, Shauna is not going to disrespect DNisha the way she disrespect Amber. She's not. And think about it. Anthony stand on business when it comes to DNisha. Stay with me, y'all. Anthony stand on business when it comes to DNisha. So if he takes her to the restaurant the first time, Shauna get out of line. First of all, DNisha go put her in her place professionally. I think DNisha will be more professional than Amber has been. Amber has publicly argued. Oh, wait a minute. Anthony had a baby with Shayla during the marriage. I have to say that before I say anything constructive about, you know, Amber. Certain things that Amber allowed, DNisha's not going to allow. So I think she going to demand her respect from Shauna off the whip. It ain't going to be no build up. And if she don't get it immediately, she going to make Anthony make Shauna give it. I guarantee you, Shauna will not be allowed to talk to DNisha the way she's talked and disrespected Amber. It's not going to be no none of that. None of that. Because she not finna come in there playing nice. Because she already knows she has a disadvantage. The other thing, DNisha's food go speak for itself. So when she come in with whatever recipes and this, that, and the third, it's gonna be a little bit more respect level from Shauna, I think. I'm not sure. Cause this could bring Shauna, it could on the flip side of it, it could bring Shauna and Amber together. But we're not seeing all this cooking for no reason. That's why I keep telling y'all it's a purpose to everything being done in these skits right now. It's a purpose to it. It's a reason to it. I think Anthony's going to buy DNisha her own restaurant. That could be true as well. DNisha's playing chess. Anthony's very happy. If Anthony sees DNisha clean, it's a wrap. Oh, she put on a maid outfit. It's over with. It's over with. She found out about the maid thing. It's over with. Y'all might as well call it a wrap. The lock's gonna be changed. Amber doesn't care about the restaurant since she's been with Dave. Exactly. And you got it, Kanisha. P.S. Amber had you got to keep that in there. You got to keep that in there. You got to say that. If you say anything constructive, you got to put that in there. Okay. Yes, if you're on here, please click the like button. I just want to thank everyone who has been subscribing to this channel. It took forever, y'all, for me to get to 3,000. It feels like I hit 3,000 on June 30th, 3001. Shout out to my boo boo who helped me get there. He ain't talking to me now, but you know, he did. He got the advertise and everything. So shout out to him. I want to give him his props, his flowers. Um, so I made it there on June 30th, right? Since then, I've gotten 50 new subscribers. So that's how important it is, you guys, for you to click like and subscribe for smaller content creators like me. I'm not where I want to be and things like that, but I really enjoy doing this, you guys. I really enjoy doing this. And I would like to do it around the clock, if I could. So please, please, please make sure you click like and you subscribe. Let's get back to the comments. I've been on Facebook today. I really don't like what I'm seeing. In one breath, glorify Amber and Dave's relationship, but in the same breath, the mean trash. And that's what we see. And y'all, I'm sorry. Personally, let me give my disclaimer. Anthony had a baby with it, and Amber caught him in bed with Shayla. That's gonna be the new one. Amber caught Anthony in bed with Shayla. Okay, with that being said, they didn't do that much. Some flowers. Anthony gave DNisha flowers before getting the yes ma'am. Flowers. To me, Dave just ain't doing nothing just over the top. I thought the way she looked and acted, I thought it would have been a bouquet of money. But this is also a symbol of Anthony has done those type of things for DNisha before. I mean, for Amber before, and she didn't have that type of response. You see what I'm saying? She didn't get out, oh my God, flowers when Anthony did it for her when they recording or whatever. So it shows you kind of like the difference. That smile at the end of the skit showed me DNisha's playing a long game. She knows she could get the most out of Anthony without asking. Yeah, she playing a game. I don't think it's to use him, but there is the end game in mind. You got to think the last time DNisha was in a relationship that we seen, it was with Karis. Karis played her. She was in her good girl season. She wasn't trying to lay with nobody, and Karis used her, and Karis came up missing. So now, again, DNisha is another example of hurt people hurting people. And I think she really did hurt people physically, meaning Karis. Anthony will invest in the restaurant for next door to Amber's. It's gonna be something with the restaurant business. Cause that's where she started out when her and Anthony were just talking on the phone. She was saying that she wanted to get into her business. And I think she was going to school for business. And that's something else that's gonna hurt Amber feelings because he's pouring into DNisha in her dreams and her vision, but he didn't do the same for her. Why Amber get embarrassed, but DNisha is accepted with open arms? The skits are not one sided. You had two different type of people. Let me get that straight. You got two different types of people. Coca did the same thing the sister did, but she did it in a respectful way. Let me repeat that. Coca did the same thing that the sister did, but she did it with respect. I want y'all to really think about this. And the skits aren't one side. And I want y'all to remember, Amber has control over this story. It's not like Wayne is 100% writing these skits for Amber, and Amber has no right or no say so in what's done. One thing I want you to get out of this channel, you guys, is you got to think with deeper meaning. You got to think deeper, you guys. You got to. There was a reason why the Amber character caught more flack. One reason is because people keep praising her. Let me say that. It's one thing because people keep putting Amber on a pedestal and acting like she can do no wrong. So the storyline has to keep doing these things to show you guys she is just as wrong as Anthony. I think that's one of the reasons. Secondly is everybody knows Anthony's business. Everybody knows the good, the bad, and the ugly about what's going on with Anthony and Amber. Everybody know Anthony has tangible proof of what he did with Shayla. That's out there. Everybody knows it. It's easy to show it. Everybody doesn't know what Amber did. So Amber went down there in a sense of Wayne is still her secret. Wayne is still that thing dangling over her. That's why you had the scene on the porch where Wayne basically checked Amber. Like, I didn't do this by myself. And I think the writers, which that includes Amber, is going to continue to throw this and hang this over the viewer's head because people still aren't realizing right is right and wrong is wrong. People are still glorifying or trying to. It's okay for Amber not to tell her past, but we want to know Dave's past. We want to know what Coco know about Anthony in the past. We want to bring up the past for everybody except when it comes to Amber. And I think until we have a mature audience that's able to digest and regurgitate what Amber did, we're going to continue to see over and over again the writers intentionally show us the power of the secrets and deceptiveness. Y'all get what I'm saying? ReRe, I always film at the restaurant. Do they always film at the restaurant sometimes? Or they film when they have to. I think it's when they have to. And you guys, to my knowledge or what I read, a lot of these houses and stuff they're like Airbnbs type thing. A lot of these are not the actual people's homes. Some of them may be their homes, but some of these are rented out. And like you'll see Erica, remember in the Erica skits, she was like at a hotel calling in her office. So I don't think that I think it's rented out. Just like with Bar 44, you always seen Bar 44 empty. That's probably because they're renting it out. And can invest until his divorce settled. Well, we can say that Amber shouldn't have been able to buy $117,000 car. I'm just saying. She shouldn't have been able to sell her house. They both, the moral of this story, y'all not realizing that they both are doing the same thing. Because like 90% of I mean, sorry, 78% of my viewers are female. So we see the majority of Country Wayne's audience probably is female as well. Most people are taking Amber's side. Although her and Anthony, the way they moving is very similar. But we're only looking at it from a woman's point of view. And a lot of us are showing favoritism to the woman. Let me see, Ekla question. Yeah, okay, so I answered her question, Angela. I don't think it's one-sided. I don't think it's one-sided. You forgot the disclaimer, Sabrina. All four wound there committing adultery. Yeah. Anthony had a baby Shayla. You got it. You got it, Suzette. Y'all getting it. From day one, I said Anthony was going to give DNisha Amber's restaurant. Everyone says he can't do it. I strongly believe that's what he's going to do. If he don't give her the restaurant, I don't think he can give it to her, Jules. But he can definitely hire her. Let me say that again. He can't give her Amber's restaurant, but he can definitely hire her at the restaurant. And Amber would just have to deal with it. She can't fire her, especially if people like her food. Well, I think Amber's going to mess up by Amber not being there, by Amber not spending time at the restaurant. Anthony can sneak DNisha in, have DNisha already there, put her food on the menu, and then by the time Amber come, DNisha's already built a rapport and a menu. This is why Amber's lawyer, the smartest thing her lawyer done said, was don't get so much wrapped up in your emotions that you forget the bag. And that's what she's doing. And he's been doing anything he wants regardless of pending divorce. And so has Amber, who caught Anthony in the bed with Shayla and DNisha. The baby Kai really isn't effective anymore. Amber forgave that and she's friends with Shayla. Yeah. So I'm gonna start saying he caught her in the bed with DNisha after she showed up at the party. Margaret, they said Karis was shot in a gang war. Remember, D said he was gonna get the person who did it? It wasn't like a random shootout. Somebody murked, unalived Karis. And remember, D said he was gonna get that person back. And that's when Karis' girlfriend said, so when does it stop? When does the black on black crime stop? Remember that? So somebody gave Karis a birthday party. DNisha had contacts. Remember, DNisha told him that he wouldn't see it coming. She didn't do it right after he broke her heart. I think she's behind it. Exactly, ReRe. Remember, Amber and Mike kept writing themselves to fail. Yes, and a good writer go do that, Jules. They they're more concerned with the message, and then typically people won't think that somebody will write themselves in a negative manner. They're writing based on experiences. They could be writing based on their own stories or other people's stories. We don't know. That's why people need to stop saying the writers, the writers, the writers. She is one of the writers. Mike is one of the main writers. They are producers. So as a producer, they have a right to say which way the storyline goes. So that's why I keep telling y'all to focus on the message, not the writing. Focus on the message. He gonna do something stupid for her and watch. He probably got some romantic plan for her. But she finna backfire. If Coca support Anthony and DNisha, she should have a question with Anthony and negotiating with Amber. I think she's gonna do that. EP93. I think that's exactly what Coca's gonna do. I think Coca is going to once Coca find out everything that's going on, she gonna be like, hold up a minute. You had her in Amber's bed. Hold up a minute. But Coca go get the full story. See, the thing about Anthony's side of this, everybody knows Anthony's full story. On Dave's side of the family, Dave himself and his side of the family don't know Amber's full story. That's why I keep saying, y'all, it's important that she tell the truth. Because if she does not tell the truth and this thing continue to be one-sided, it's gonna blow up big for her. Anthony, everybody know Anthony got a baby by Shayla. Everybody know now Anthony done moved DNisha in. He's not hiding his sins. They all out there. Only thing we don't know about is whatever happened when he was a child, which that may be what Coca is here to, shed light on. And somebody spoke earlier, I think it may have been you, was it you, Sabrina? Where they was saying that when he said, I hope there's not another one. To me, she was talking about Amber. Because remember, he was so in love with Amber and stayed with Amber, and Coca didn't like Amber in the beginning because of the Wayne thing. Remember, Ancam poured into his wife also. People keep forgetting that. He also bought her a restaurant. He set up elaborate renewal anniversary. Yes. He flew her father in the flight for their marriage. Yes. That people are forgetting that. He has done very, very romantic gestures for her. And before they got married. See, a lot of viewers who are pro Amber who think all this stuff Dave doing is great, they don't remember. Ant did things like that before he married Amber. Ant did great grand gestures. Remember when Amber said, "Oh, he definitely paying bills because that's what he do." Anthony gives gifts. His love language is gifts. That's why instead of talking to Amber Hart, he just bought her another restaurant. Anthony gives big gifts, baby, and Anthony gifts cost money. Y'all forgetting he gave her a $20,000 ring when she was giving her yes ma'am to Wayne. He gave her a $250,000 wedding and put up his house because he wanted Amber to be happy. So y'all getting excited over Dave? I'm not impressed. And by the way, Anthony had a baby with Shayla, and Amber caught him in bed with DNisha. No person in a relationship is perfect. The Amber character expected perfection from a relationship. I'm not taking anyone's side. I want divorce to happen and to both get healing. Amen, Jules. Amber sold the house before she brought up the divorce, but she's not willing to share her money. Amber wants Amber's money, but doesn't want to share her money. Exactly. She's not even paying for the divorce. She's using Anthony's money to pay for a divorce. She's not using anything from her account. And I think this is going to backfire. I think even with that $117,000 car, it's going to backfire. I'm not impressed with Dave's flyer. Anthony had a baby with Shayla. Exactly. Y'all got to throw in that Anthony had a baby with Shayla if you say anything bad about Amber and Dave. You got to throw that in there. He had a baby with Shayla, and he caught. We could say now he was caught in bed with DNisha, but really that's a wash because the way she treated him at the party, he might as well caught in the bed with Dave. Anthony can choose to make DNisha 51% owner of the restaurant. How can he do that? One thing about God, He'll allow you to continue to making the same mistakes. Yep, until you get the lesson. They both are doing the same thing, not understanding Yes. I'm gonna leave your comment up for a while. Yeah, Kanisha, you forgot to say the disclaimer. Anthony had a baby. DNisha is defiantly happy first connected to serve. It was a big mistake to embarrass Ann at that party. Yep. A lot of actions since then have been his reaction to the embarrassment. I agree. And Shayla had a baby with Anthony. Yeah, it's all been a reaction. And DNisha knows this. So y'all who are wrapped up in DNisha got a plan. DNisha knows that Anthony is using her. Let me repeat that. Don't be so quick to bash DNisha and to criticize DNisha. She knows Anthony used her. She knows Anthony invited her over because he got caught. She know what Anthony doing. So before y'all get so wrapped up in crucifying DNisha, Anthony's using her and she knows it. She know he using her, y'all. Come on. I see it happening because certain details she hide from Dave. She tells Dave bad stuff. Yeah, she only tell Dave bad stuff. Hold on. Either person, Damien, was demised by Bishop, who handled Momo's help, but just have a feeling DNisha orchestrated that play. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. DNisha had gang ties, remember? DNisha was just as hood as Momo now. DNisha had connects. We just don't know what DNisha connects were. Remember, she found out about them playing her and stuff like that. DNisha got ears to the street. Telling y'all what I know. Hey, Eero lady. Anthony had the best. You got to say that. No, can't let Amber sign over today. That's a no go. Exactly. One Journey. Hey, One Journey, how you doing? One Journey is one of the moderators from O'Neill's channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you. I put a lot of thought into the thumbnails and stuff I try to, and I'm even making some more changes. So thank you so much for coming. Anthony need to heal. By the way, yeah, Anthony called. EP, you gonna make sure you covered, ain't you? EP making sure she covered. She said Anthony need to heal. But by the way, Anthony got caught in bed with two different women at two different times. She making sure she covered. Amen. I believe Amber is trying to uh take Anthony for his money because she didn't sign a prenup. Yeah, and I think right now they need to be negotiating. And I think maybe Coca will be the way they start negotiating. But I'm telling you, Amber fans are going to be very, very hurt when this divorce is signed, negotiations made, and Dave is not who he said he is. I want to tell y'all something too. The character who playing Shea Butter, Dave's ex-girlfriend, she's showing as a collaborator on Wayne's channel. So where you see the skits with her, she's showing as a collaborator. She has 1.9 million YouTube followers. Write this down for me, AS or either Angela. Shea Butter, Dave's ex-girlfriend, has 1.9 million YouTube followers. She is about to be a main character. She's about to be in that storyline. And I think that she's going to come to Atlanta and get your popcorn ready. Her and Dave not over with. Since her and Dave are just friends, I'm thinking Dave might let her stay with him. I'm telling you. Cause Dave kind of to me. Like he kind of bland. Just like when what's her name? Amber originally wanted to get Melissa out the picture. He kept saying, "Now she good. She loyal. She good." But then when Amber continued and to put that thing on that yes ma'am, then that's when Dave went ahead and fired Melissa. But at first, he was cool with it. Coca is not as stupid as DNisha thinks. DNisha thinks yep. You see how baby Coca is playing chess. Coca's playing chess. I love the Shy, all the Queens Men Power, all our crime stories. One Journey. I was just watching the Shy. I had to turn it off. I really want to do commentary on the Shy and all the Queens Men Power, all of them. But like I said, Country Wayne is so many skits, it gets you caught up. But yeah, I watched the Shy too. I may do something just for my channel members. I may start, you know what, you just gave me an idea, One Journey. I may start doing commentary for members only on the Shy because I really do like the Shy. Yes, y'all, Shea Butter, the girl Shay, Dave X, has 1.9 million YouTube followers. Her name is Evelyn Gonzalez. Evelyn Gonzalez. And she has 1.9 million YouTube followers. I rarely see Wayne put somebody else as a collaborator. So when you collaborate with somebody on a video, let's say for instance, me and O'Neal did a video together, I could add him as a collaborator where he would have full rights to that video and to show that video on his platform, my platform. That's if we didn't do it on StreamYard. So that's why I say Evelyn is about to be a big factor in the storyline. And if she's a big factor in the storyline, guess what? Who is she gonna be with? Just let that simmer. Yep, Amber is sleepwalking. Amber is up in the trees without the marijuana. Amber said that Anna's a chump to her lawyer. She knows he's spending money on DNisha. What's her attraction? Exactly, y'all. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So the theory that Anthony never did things for Amber is crazy. Even with the song, there were a lot of people saying that Anthony never did anything romantic like that for her. Yes, he did. He gave her a whole poem and spelled out her name on the spot. That came from his heart. That wasn't AI generated. So, yeah. I like that you brought this up, Jarena. To me, Dave is a mixture. And one of my moderators write this down for me. Dave is a mixture of Wayne and he's a mixture of Anthony. He's slick and say the right things, words of affirmation like Wayne, and he spend money like Anthony. Well, he don't really spend money like Anthony. Some of his gestures are like Anthony. We'll put it like that. But he's more like Wayne to me than Anthony. Anthony and Amber are equally wrong. Wayne is gonna leave them married. I think so too, Sonya. He either gonna leave them married or let them get divorced and they go get back together. They go see the grass one greener. Auntie ReRe, I have a for you. PR is holding on to a big portion of his assets. Yes, she got. I think he gave her 2 million. He gave her 2 million. But y'all, on my theory, I ain't did my theory thing in a while. I'm gonna try to do that for the weekend over with. But I had to ease up on my plot twist with ReRe, because with the plot twist with ReRe, the thing is YouTube that Super Bam, they've been really hitting us with like making us take down. Anytime we do a video, y'all, they have the right to not monetize that video. So I don't want to spend like hours putting together, a video and then I have to take it down because of Super Bam. So I got to find a way creatively to do the plot twist without putting the actual video up, if that makes sense. So I gotta go back to the drawing board to figure out how to do that. That's why you're seeing people put less and less other videos up. As Sabrina, Amber fans think the divorce is just gonna favor Amber. Yep. Yep. And that's why I think, depending on what type of judge they get, this might not end up in Amber's favor or Anthony's favor. I like Anthony's equally yoked. DNisha does not allow time to slip and address stuff ASAP. That's what I like about a one journey. That's why I said if DNisha goes to that, if Anthony put DNisha in the restaurant, all I can say is I can hear the song by Glorilla, Let Her Cook. Blick goes up through shrine, let her cook. I think that's gonna be my next thumbnail. I mean, my next YouTube short is Let Her Cook. Because no way no way DNisha would let, what's her name, Shauna disrespect her the way Amber let her. And I'm gonna tell you another thing about DNisha. DNisha wouldn't be unprofessional and argue with Shauna in front of customers. One thing y'all can't say about DNisha, she's professional. She was really handling Honey Pot's business professionally. I'm gonna go through these next comments a little quicker because it's a lot of them. So just a moment. Allow me to introduce Countess DNisha from the dark side. She will help administer territory, real estate, oversee lands, and fit. Yep, I'm telling you. What goes around come around. Independent. Dave's in bed with Shay. Shea Butter coming. I'm telling you, him and Shea Butter is not over with. And then for the dude to tell Shay, I think you still in love with him. Shay is finna come to Atlanta. Y'all heard it here first. Shay is about to come to Atlanta. She is. And I'm gonna tell and I'm saying that from a viewer standpoint. She got 1.9 YouTube followers. Country Wayne got under 700,000. She's an asset to the Country Wayne platform. We finna see more of Shea Butter. Get your popcorn ready. What song you say? Song you said, yep, they equally wrong. They gonna stay married. Yep, I agree too. Hey, Charlene. I'm still waiting for Anthony to tell Ben about DNisha. He will be judged. Child. And Ben better worry about his wife and that man on that beach. Haley, I pray at some point we get to witness when a man finds a woman, he finds a good man. Show the godly men. Yes, yes, Haley, I agree. Please do commentary for Raising Cane. It's the last season. I'm gonna try to get there. I gotta get caught up on Raising Cane, but they used to be one of my favorite shows too. So I gotta get caught up with this season. I have a feeling Amber gonna fumble the divorce. She is. That mama gave her a warning, a godly warning. And I think that Coca is gonna give Anthony that same warning. Right now, and I think that the writers are being strategic. And when I say writers, I mean include Amber. They are being strategic. Yesterday was all about her being embarrassed, her going to meet the family, and the family judging her. Today is all about Anthony. Anthony doesn't have a big base for his family. Coca is Anthony's core. That's his foundation. So now they're showing that. This whole thing, you guys, is symbolic. They showing you just like with last week. It's a back and forth with the Daltons. First, they show us Anthony getting his feelings hurt by Amber showing up at the party. What they show you a couple of days later, Amber being hurt by Anthony being in bed with DNisha. The writers are strategic, and a lot of people are missing it. The writers are strategically showing you that him and her are wrong. The the writers are showing you that both of them are getting a sense of karma. Both of them are dealing with people who have ulterior motives. The writers are showing people this, and people just not seeing it. They still seeing what they want to see. If Anthony take the West away from Amber, Dave may make it drop in sales before. Once it's established, I don't think he can make it drop in sales. Dave finna start working with Shea Butter. I'm telling you. Dave business finna hurt. And again, y'all, the payment is due this month. Will Dave make Amber pay? It's time for her to pay for his services. It was quarterly, remember? Will he charge her? Inquiry minds want to know. One Johnny say she cook every day. Okay. If Anthony chooses to make this part of the restaurant, I wonder if he's figured out how to ease Amber out of the business. I think he gonna leave Amber there. He likes the fact Anthony's gonna get a kick out of the food. They gonna go up in food sales. Everybody who's tasted DNisha food, even Coca, this the best food. This the best I ever tasted. And you know Coca was gonna be extra judgmental. So everybody who eats DNisha food, they saying that it's good. The presentation, all of that. So with that being said, I think her food will be a hit, and Amber won't be able to get with that. Because the only thing that Amber really cooked good or brought to the table was the sweet potato pie. Then a flip side, a plot twist could be her and DNisha work together in the business. This storyline could go either way, y'all. Okay, let me try to go through these. It's a lot of comments, y'all. So hold on. Let me go down, y'all. Yep, Shea Butter and Melissa in love. I don't care if them days don't work out. I still don't want them back together. Being still running behind Abigail and being her yes man, he can't talk about nobody's show, can't. Dwayne Beavers, I don't think that girl will come back and get Dave. There's no way she do that. That'll be good for Dave. She's coming. She's coming. Trust. They didn't show her in LA for her to stay in LA. Her and her boyfriend getting into it. I'm telling you, the writer in me says she gonna end up in Atlanta. She finna end up in Atlanta. Trust. They finna bring her to Atlanta. Do you think Coca knows Anthony's going through a divorce? Did she know? I think she know he going through a divorce, but I think she think the divorce is over. We'll find out by the end of the day. I don't think she knows. I think Amber might come over there and get some clothes or something while Coca is there, and then Coca go blow up. Coca not go approve of him having that woman staying in the house, and he's still married to Amber. But Anthony got to tell Coca about Amber not staying there. Or Amber go come the next morning and Coco go realize that Amber not living there. Yep, Anthony not embarrassed, y'all. Y'all know why Anthony not embarrassed? All his skeletons are out. Everybody know everything that Anthony's doing wrong, so he's not embarrassed. Amber is lying. Oh, and she caught Anthony in bed with two different women. I had to make sure I said that part. But Amber is lying. Amber is still not being totally honest with everybody. Shay and Country Wayne have collaborated. Anthony had a baby. Something. Coco just said she doesn't agree with Amber getting half. Yep. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to get off here. We got a new skit. Yeah. I'm telling you, I think that Coco gonna be a part of their negotiation plan. Amber could have demanded from her attorney this so-called game plan she had up her sleeve. Yep. They need to be done with the doctors and move on. Let the bygones be bygones. What happened, happened. Stop hurting each other. Yep. But I'm telling you, the moral of the story, Dwayne, they gonna get this audience to realize that wrong is wrong, whether it's done by a woman or a man. They're gonna show us, yep, I agree. I think they're gonna show us the road. I think Anthony is, and you know what else they showing us, y'all? The writers are strategic. The writers are strategic. They're also showing us Anthony, the happiest he ever been in his life. Smiling, happy, in love, food. They showing Amber what? The happiest she, no man has ever treated her like this. But that's a lie. Anthony treated her like that. Prior to the prior to the wedding, Anthony treated Amber like this. But however, this is the first time a woman has really poured into Anthony like this. No woman has really in Skitland poured into Anthony like this. Every woman in Skitland has used Anthony. And Amber caught him in the bed with two different women at two different times. When you have an attorney, you still have to do your due diligence. Exactly. Coco said Anthony should have left Amber when she loved him. Yep. Because when a woman hates you, she'll try to take everything from you. Yep. Amber needs to just get away from the restaurant. Let DNisha work there. Yeah, move on. I'm team. I want them to move on. I want them to heal and move on. Amber doesn't put money in Dave's pockets. Shea Butter brings him money. Exactly. Because y'all, we haven't seen yet, but Dave finna lose some money over this. We haven't seen the episode or the skit where Dave is talking to his his homeboy, who's also his business partner. We haven't seen that yet. Hey, Diamond Vanessa, would he give her the business other than the restaurant? Not sure. Coco ain't happy with her new man. She should just walk away. Anthony had a baby with Shayla. Exactly. Anthony will get DNisha her own restaurant. I think DNisha definitely gonna come up from Anthony. But again, I want to stress to you guys, DNisha knows that Anthony is using her as well. DNisha's not stupid. She know Anthony using her, so she using him back. What her and Anthony doing really to me is transactional. Anthony don't realize it's transactional, but it's very transactional. Yep, yep, they both in competition. We need Emma to talk to Mama Brenda. No, it's fairness in the skits, Miss Key Baby, because really, think about it. Mama Brenda probably would have said the same thing that Dave Mama said. She avoided Mama Brenda, so God made her talk to who? Another type of Mama Brenda. She still didn't take heed. If Mama Brenda told her the same thing that Dave Mama told her, she's not gonna take heed. The writers are showing you that Amber is stubborn. Amber's stuck in her ways. But because the viewers are probably 75% women, we want to take sides with that. But they really showing you that right is wrong, and neither one of them is listening to the word of God, no matter how it's happening. Yeah, it went in one ear and out the other. Amber did not listen to Dave Mom. Yep. New skit Anthony just told Coco about Amber. Oh man. Okay, y'all. So let me go off and get caught up on the skits, and I will be back. Thank all of y'all for your time. Thank y'all for coming in, and I will be back. Make sure, please, you guys, I'm asking from the bottom of my heart, please click the like button so that Auntie can get in the algorithm. And please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all. Love y'all. I'm going to go get caught up on the skits. And I'll be back later. Bye-bye.